Joan of Arc, her name echoes through history as a symbol of courage, faith, and unshakable belief. But beyond her remarkable achievements as a leader in battle, Joan was someone gifted with profound spiritual insight. Her story teaches us something powerful about embracing our own spiritual gifts, believing in who we are, and refusing to judge others for their paths. Joan of Arc was not born into nobility. She was a peasant girl, living in a quiet village in France. But from a young age, she began to experience something extraordinary: visions and voices from saints and angels. These were not ordinary dreams or passing thoughts. For Joan, they were clear, divine messages guiding her toward a purpose she never imagined for herself: to lead France in battle and crown the rightful king. Think about that for a moment. A teenage girl with no military training, no political power, and living in a time when women were not even allowed to fight, was called by a higher power to change the course of her nation. The strength she had to believe in her visions, to trust her spiritual gifts when everyone else doubted her, is nothing short of miraculous. What can we learn from this? First, Joan didn't dismiss her gifts. She didn't question whether she was worthy of such a calling. She listened to the voices, trusted her connection to the divine, and acted. So often in our own lives, we feel the pull of something greater, whether it's a dream, a passion, or an inner knowing, but we dismiss it. We think, who am I to follow this path? But Joan reminds us that spiritual gifts are meant to be embraced, not feared. Despite her certainty, Joan faced immense opposition. She was called a heretic, a liar, and even delusional. People judged her, doubted her, and feared what they didn't understand. But Joan never wavered. She didn't allow the opinions of others to define her. This is where her story teaches us another valuable lesson. Don't fear being yourself. Joan wasn't concerned with fitting in or seeking approval. She knew her truth, and she followed it no matter the cost. In a world that often pressures us to conform, to be someone else, Joan's courage shows us the beauty of standing in our authenticity. Joan's story also speaks to the danger of judging others for their unique gifts. Many of her contemporaries couldn't understand how a young woman could be chosen by God to lead an army. They judged her abilities, her visions, and her place in society. But Joan didn't judge others in return. She led with compassion, strength, and an unwavering belief in her purpose. Her life challenges us to move beyond judgment, to embrace the diversity of spiritual paths, and to understand that everyone's journey is sacred in its own way. In the end, Joan of Arc was captured and executed, labeled a witch and a heretic by those who couldn't see the divinity in her actions. Yet her legacy lives on, not as a martyr of failure, but as a testament to the power of faith, intuition, and spiritual gifts. Her story teaches us this: you have a unique purpose. Your spiritual gifts, whether they come as intuition, creativity, empathy, or something else entirely, are real and valid. Trust them, nurture them, and let them guide you. You don't need permission from others to be who you are. The opinions and judgments of the world don't define your worth or your truth. Joan's courage, faith, and belief in her divine calling remind us that we all have a deeper power within us. We just need to listen. By embracing who we truly are, we not only find our path but also inspire others to do the same. So, like Joan of Arc, trust your inner voice. Don't fear your own greatness. And remember, the world needs your gifts, no matter how misunderstood or unconventional they may seem.